you. You say I talk so all the time, so and I thought what I felt was simple, and I thought that I don't belong, and now that I am leaving, now I know that I did something wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, yeah, I missed you. You say I don't listen hard, don't pay attention to the distance that you're running to anyone, anywhere. I don't understand.
Oh yes, Alex. Can't remember the name of it. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Turn this down. Oh, hi, Ashley. Hi, Whole Health Mama. She was awesome in person. I can't wait to share just my little experience with you guys this week. I thought I would kick off the call. Hey, Sarah. Aubrey, it was like one of those, you can't explain those kind of situations. You just can't. You just gotta say, you gotta wink at the universe and say, I totally get it. Sorry I'm late. I just wrapped up a call and I had to scarf some tofu down, and I'm actually going tonight with some girlfriends to a yoga event that's in a lavender field. It's a local lavender field up in Milton. So I'm excited to go check out their lavender. Maybe I'll bring them some lavender. Anyway, you guys, hey, hope you're having a great start to your day. And for those of you that are brand new to our weekly scopes, I'm going to dive right in because I'm a little bit late getting on and I need to leave at 2:45. Okay, so we'll spend the next half hour or so together. And if you'd like to invite, swipe left or right. I'm not sure which is it on your phones. I still haven't figured that out, but you guys are so generous and always share with your people. So I appreciate that so much. And welcome for those of you that are live. And my name is Ange Peters. I'll quickly introduce myself. I am the founder of WholeFit, I'm a holistic nutritionist, business coach, and mom of 2 girls. And I'm a Presidential Diamond with doTERRA Essential Oils. And I do this scope every week to come hang out with you guys and chat. Many of you are holding nursing coffee mugs right now, right? It is so hot here. I'm loving it. Every day I come down and do a couple hours of work, and then I go outside on my deck and do a little workout, and I'm loving it. Love. I love the way summer conditions us to approach our business a little differently, right? I've talked about that on past scopes before. So here's what I want to say. My hair is like all kinds of crazy. Hold on. Here's what I want to say about this week and what I saw in action. So we talk a lot about what it means to live in a state of high vibration and to attract certain experiences and certain people into your life, right? And this week I kind of saw that in action. There are a lot of things every day, to be honest, that I experience that leave me with a little smile. Because when you are somebody who is committed to living life from a place of your highest self, when you protect that, and when you put goodness into the world, guess what you attract into your life? A lot of goodness. You attract incredible people, that you will attract teachers and you will attract students. And I feel that everyone we meet has something to teach us, and every experience we have every day is an opportunity to look and ask ourselves what level or what state are we living our life out of today. And a lot of the work that we've all been doing up until today is what has actually created today. And I don't know if you often stop to think about that, just how much you are in direct control, right, of the experiences that are happening. I mean, we all have things that happen to us that could be labeled as unfortunate, right, or discouraging or disappointing. We can attach those negative things to them, but sometimes it all depends on the lens you're seeing things through. So anyway, I'm a huge believer in protecting your state and in only surrounding yourself with people that are doing the same. I've said this before when it comes to your business, for example. The higher you grow, the more successful you are, the lonelier it is, but you are surrounded by the cream of the crop when you are there. So, you know, it is definitely something you all want to continue working towards, to call in the people that you want in your life that reflect who you are. So I have a lot of these experiences that happen, and they just leave me feeling, you know, giddy, because it works. It works, you know. And so I had one of these experiences this week, and I opened up the scope with a couple of pictures for you guys. So if you're jumping in late, you might want to just catch the first few seconds. Then I showed you a couple images. So earlier this week, we grabbed tickets to a Loeb concert. How many of you know who Loeb is? I'm 36, so if you're like between 36 and 42, you probably had a little bit of a girl crush on her. Maybe even if you're a little bit younger. So Loeb is one of those girls that I was trying to think of like what I wanted to share about her, because I love what she's done. So in high school, like her music was like the background song to life. It was like in Reality Bites. How many of you remember that movie? Double tap, Reality Bites. If you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. It's amazing. So her song was in that, and I just found like, you know, going on first dates, or, you know, my first job working at Starbucks in the cafe as a barista, her music was playing as I was like living life, right? So, and to my husband, who I went to the concert with, obviously, that was like his like first like real like celebrity girl crush. And I think her charm came through the fact that she just totally owned who she was, right? She was the one who made, yeah, I only hear what I want to. She's the one who made the cat glasses, like just a thing. Like she basically made it cool, right? But it wasn't that she set out to do that. She just decided to rock who she was. And I love that. And that's really what built her brand, right? So anyway, we were headed into this concert with like crushes. We both were like, oh, I love Loeb. And it was an intimate concert. It was in Stratford. Anyone here from Stratford? It was at this masonry. There was like 200 people for this concert. And so anyway, we went a little bit early to grab dinner, and we were chatting about how we like, oh, you know, this is so, you know, serendipitous. We have so many memories attached to Loeb. And me and my hubby took a quick picture, and I put it on Instagram, and I actually like tag her, and I just wrote something like, excited to see our girl crush tonight, or something like that. So anyway, we're walking down the street, we're stopped at a light, and who's standing right beside us? Loeb. So I'm like looking this way, and I hear my husband say, Lisa. Lisa. Like, just like that, you guys. It was so comical, because I'm having this moment. I'm not looking in the same direction. I'm like, oh my God, you know? And so I look over, and there she is. And we're like walking across the street and chatting with her. And I'm like doing my best to kind of keep my cool and ask her just like basic questions and make small talk. And so we're just like chatting a little bit, and then she's like, yeah, let's you know, we'll get a picture at the end of the show or whatever. I'm like, cool, yeah, we're so excited to see you. So meanwhile, the concert was like an hour and a half later, and she yeah, Loeb. Yeah, and so she in the middle of there, she liked my Instagram post. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Loeb liked my Instagram post. And then we show up at the concert, and we're sitting there in the concert, and the reason she was so awesome to you guys is she actually talked in between her songs. And I've seen a lot of I go to a lot of concerts. I love music, and one really quick way for an artist to lose me is to not share their heart in between their songs. I went to Metric a couple months ago here in London, and I'm done because I was a super fan of Metric before that concert, and she just went from song to song to song, and they didn't talk at all. They didn't engage their audience. And again, those of you that are building your business, specifically a doTERRA business, you know the power of a story, right? You know the power of sharing who you are. So yeah, they need to be talking between their songs, because the audience comes for that, right? So anyway, Loeb does that, and one of the acts, in between the acts, she was sharing how she was just chatting with somebody on Twitter. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder if I follow her on Twitter. So I open up Twitter, and I was the last person she had tweeted, and she had written, "We had just met on the street. I look forward to speaking to you more after the show. Your work looks amazing." And I'm like, wow, this is really crazy. My husband's sitting next to me. He's like peeing his pants. And so anyway, we met up with her after the show and we were chatting, and she's like, yeah, I was talking to my roadie RMT. You have to meet her. She travels with me on the road, and we were looking at your work before the show tonight, and I'd love to introduce you to her. And I'm like, this is so wild, right? So I'm in the concert and I'm thinking in my head, oh, I just want to send Lise, we're on the first name basis. I just want to send her like a kit of oils or something. That's what I do, right? I'm like, I want to just send her a kit of love. And, but what I didn't realize was her RMT, who is like her roadie, like works on her and everything, lives in London, is from LA, travels with Lisa on the road, and I meet her this night after the show, and we get talking, and she's like, yeah, I love what I do, and she's married, and she's like, I just feel like I'm not living my passion. I have a conversation with somebody every day that tells me this. Every single day. And this conversation just happened to be from the woman who massages Lisa Loeb on the road, who's from LA, who has a massive network, who feels stifled in her passion, who uses oils just from the health food store, who, I know my life is an example to someone like that of what happens when you follow your heart and when you live your passion. So what do? I literally, I always have my oils on me, right? So I grab a little sample pack, and I'm just like, okay, look, I've just got this little trio, but I'd love for you to try these oils because they're beautiful. But I would also like to show you a lot of the work that I actually do. The oils are the tool, but what I actually do is I empower women in every way. I guide them towards having complete freedom in every area of their health, physically, emotionally, and more importantly for people that are looking to really shift our planet, financial health. Because I believe in a world where a lot of good people have a lot of money. That's the kind of world I'm excited to live in. So I'm talking to her, and the next morning I message her, and I sent her a link to my Getting Started guide, and we'll keep this going. We'll keep chatting. But my biggest takeaway was sometimes you don't realize where those things are going to go. And it was really cool that because of the work that I do and the vibes that I put out into our world, I actually attracted a conversation with Lisa Loeb, who was my girl crush in high school. Okay, so what a cool story. And I was thinking this morning about what it means to keep yourself in a state of high attraction. But I think I'm actually going to do that topic on next week's Periscope, because that's, again, a little bit more meaty. I wanted to open up with a story and do a little story time today, but I just thought it was such a cool example. And I promise you, one of the main questions I get on this Q&A is, how do I find builders? And you guys know what I always say to this question is, you don't find them. You don't go out and just find people like you'd find a new pair of shoes. You literally attract them into your life because of the person that you are. The universe is insane, or God, if you want to call it like I would, okay? Your back is taken care of, okay? If you commit to showing up, if you commit to keeping yourself in the highest state and putting good into our world, you are going to attract good into your life. Amen, Jetta. Hey, how are you, girl? Miss you. Okay, so let's get at it. What are our questions for today, you guys? I'll open up a notepad. I would love your thoughts on this topic. Do you believe what I say? Have you experienced this in your own life? Yeah, I've got a lot of high vibers in this group right now. Awesome. Yeah, that's the first step. You have to actually believe that that is how things work. Nobody is lucky. Nobody's lucky, right? Absolutely. Okay, so let's start up some questions. I'm going to create just an empty notepad here. What are my must-dos for every day to live that high vibe state? Okay, you know what, Jess? I think that's your name. I'm going to actually take that topic next week. I'm going to give you some more meat on that. When you think of what you did on your path to presidential, what makes your journey unique? I like that. Journey unique. Favorite sunscreen for my kids? Your skin is so clear. What's your secret? Thank you. Share my backyard gym. Okay. I can flip the camera around and show you a couple of my favorite things. I've got 4. I'll take 4 more. High Vibe Life. Hi, Steph. I'm going to actually take that topic next week. How do I reach out to businesses to host local classes? Emily, can you ask your question again, babe? Tips for managing the stress of raising little kids and managing a business. Hi, Jackie. Top 5 favorite business books. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's stop there. Momentum in the Summer. I'll take that one last. Okay. Okay. That's it. Is making a blog or website worth it? I'll answer that real quick. Yes and no. If you're going to, I think everybody does need one, to be honest, with the kind of world that we're in, right? You need to be visible, but having a blog and an online business is going to require consistency. You have got to be committed to regular kind of posting for at least 3 years to build an audience. So if it's something that lights you up, then absolutely go for it now. Okay, what makes my journey unique on my path to presidential? I really love that question because you all have a very unique journey too. When I think about my life and what created the mindset that it took for me to grow quicker in doTERRA. I mean, really, the growth isn't always just in doTERRA. Like, we sometimes see people grow fast, but it's been this growth curve that's been happening for quite a while before doTERRA. And mine started young. So I lost my father and my sister to cancer. I don't know how many of you know that, before I was 16. And this really shook me so hard that as the oldest child, I have a brother and a sister. I now have 2 brothers and a sister. But as the oldest child, I grew up really quick. And so I think, number one, I've always, yes, I've seen that documentary. It's great. Number one, I have always had a strong sense of responsibility and ownership. I have never expected that someone else was going to create the kind of life for me that I wanted to have. Yes, I'm on Twitter too, whole fit. I've never expected that somebody is going to create the health that I have. Nobody. I knew from an early age that our current system was broken. So this led me to be on a journey of seeking a lot of answers and a lot of information, and I spent years doing that. And so, yes, I agree, Jenna. Some of the most successful people we know, it's easy to look at their success now at the top of that iceberg, but no one is successful in this world unless you've been just born with a silver spoon. But nobody has gotten there without hardship and learning, right? So I think that I have a really strong work ethic, first of all. I am willing to do the things that I guess not everyone's willing to do sometimes. But I'm also very concerned that everything I do brings me joy. So I very, very quickly, I knew I wanted to get out of the box. I wanted to not be working for someone else. I knew that I wanted to feel incredibly empowered in my home and in my role as a mother. Very, very important to me. So when I came across doTERRA and I tried their oils, my heart just busted open because I knew that this was going to change my life and my family's life. But I also, the seed was planted pretty quick in me. I knew this was going to be huge. But I didn't want to do the business right away because I didn't like the model. I didn't know the model, I should say that. I didn't understand the business model of network marketing in the way that I feel so passionately about today. So I needed time with it, right? But when I decided that I was ready to start really sharing, not just the oils, but really share with people a bit myself, you know, my journey, and the people that knew me and trusted me at that point, they were ready to go. They knew what to expect of me, right? So I was excited to be on that journey with them. And so I did. It's not that when I had my first class, I thought, oh, I'm going to be a presidential. I didn't think that way, but I knew I was committed to sharing something that I probably would never stop sharing for the rest of my life. I had a call early this morning with one of my Australian builders, and she said that somebody on her team actually asked her why I today still share the oils and still quote unquote do the business, right? And what you have to realize is there comes a certain point in this journey when making more money won't mean a single thing. I mean, right now I make about $600 an hour, and I will for the rest of my life. In fact, that will just keep increasing and increasing and increasing. So what does it matter at that point in terms of like my needs? And I've also built a legacy income now for my kids. My kids' needs will be very taken care of, and by the time I pass to the next life, my kids will be taken care of, right? So now the question becomes, what can I impact in this world because of the blessings I've been given? So I think that somewhat answers the question, because I'm a big believer that you all have something in your life, in your story, in your journey that has led you to the point you're at now that is going to make you grow in a very big way in your business if you choose to share it authentically. Hi Kim, love you too. Okay, does that help with that? I think from a business perspective, I never stopped doing the basics. I still do. But the reason I love this business so much is it's actually about just making friends. I get to make friends every day with new people, and at some point we do talk about oils. That's what I do. And I'm able to give people an opportunity to really change their life. I don't have to hype it. I don't have to oversell it. That's my job. It's like ridiculously awesome. And that's most of your jobs too here, I know. Okay, let me look at the business questions and I'll come back to some of these other ones. How to approach businesses to host local classes. I think it's about having a good plan, right? So you go to a business and you're a professional and you say, this is what I'm prepared to do for you. I'd like to come in and teach a series of classes, and this is what it'll look like, and this is how you can invite people. I don't know if your question is about a business that you have enrolled and you want to go teach, or if you're like looking to just expand your market. Regardless, I think it's going in and just basically, I mean, when you're approaching something in your business or somebody, you'll be more successful if you always think about the questions or the possible problems that might come up, and you basically are a solutions provider before they do. So I would say whatever your worry is or your concern, just create a solution for that and then go in and present that, right? And I'd love for you guys to comment. If you have anything to add to some of these questions, please chime in. I know we have like such brilliant people here. So I love when this is more of a group conversation. So that question was around how to approach a business to host local classes. Top 5 business books. Okay, I'm just gonna go right off the top of my head. 4-Year Career. Okay, that's like the number 4-year career, to really get you thinking about what are you doing with your life, because there's a lot of people who in a couple of years are going to have the kind of life that you could have if you started now. So gets you kind of lifting that lid. I love that book. The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, John Maxwell. Desire Map, for getting clear on how you want to feel in your life and in your business. GoPro, obviously. Network marketing, we are all very familiar with GoPro. How many here are going to Vegas in December? Yeah, Jenna, Leaders Eat Last. That's a great book. Simon Sinek. Love that book. And he also has a book called Start With Why. Thanks, that's a great recommendation. The Perfect Woman's another good book. Okay, cool. Start With Why. Oh yeah, You Are a Badass. That's what I keep seeing come up. I haven't quite read it yet. Keely actually sent me a link to it. And Starfish. Okay, cool. I haven't read that one. Rising Strong, Brene Brown. So good. The Success Principles. Canfield. Josie's hoping to go. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Hi, Aim. Essentialism. Amy, my frontline girl. she's recommending Essentialism. That's a great book. I read that a couple months ago. I'm going to read it again this summer. And Discover Your Strength. Amazing. Yes, Slight Edge. Discover Your Strengths I did back in Starbucks days. I remember doing that leadership training. Big Magic, such a good book. So many good recommendations here, you guys. I love it. I was just going to mention really quick. Yeah, Slight Edge. Did I forget that one? That's such a good one too. Gabby Bernstein, Anything. Yeah. Think and Grow Rich, right? Get Off the Bench. Oh yes, Justin Harrison, who I just learned is coming to our London Wellness Summit. Hello. I just got off the call with doTERRA. So we're hosting the London Wellness Summit, August 26th and 27th. We're expecting 1,000 people. You guys get your buns to that event. It's gonna be so good, and bring like 5 people. It's gonna blow your mind. We have so much talent in our leadership in London and in the GTA. It's gonna be off the hook. Justin Harrison's coming for it because he knows how amazing that event's gonna be. Okay, so I was just gonna mention really quick that I mentioned GoPro, and I wanted to mention to you guys, Tony Robbins and Richard Branson are going to be joining the author of GoPro, Eric Worre, in Vegas, December 1st to the 4th, and I am going with 40 from my team, and then there's going to be thousands of people there. So check that event out if you want to learn more about that book and just experience it and probably fast track yourself for like 6 months. Oh my gosh, I'm like running out of time. Okay, momentum in the summer. Okay, super simple. You got to be like epically focused. You have got to probably get up a little bit earlier than the kids if you're a mom. Get up a little bit earlier, get it done, have a list, pick your top 3 priorities, get them done, and move your body every day. Use summer as an opportunity to get your health in check, because your results will explode if you're taking good care of yourself. So what do you invest in your doTERRA biz? Hi, Tara. Sorry, what specifically do you mean? Like financially or for development? What do I diffuse to get up early and energized? I just, well, usually I'll just do like peppermint and orange in my diffuser in the morning. I'll keep it simple. Lots of water in the morning. I'll have my bulletproof coffee, which I've talked about a lot on Instagram. You can look up that recipe as well. So momentum in the summer is really, you know, you have to be, it's important to schedule play before business, because really you need to feel the joy of why you're doing this business in the first place, right? So schedule your play, but when it comes to business time, do a couple hours a day. And okay, I got it, Tara. I'll answer that in a second. Put your energy and resources routines grow. And just be very focused for a couple hours each day. Don't take yourself off the hook too much, because what's going to happen is you will not be able to recoup in the fall. And the people that don't take the pedal completely off in the summer, they're the ones that are, you know, the diamonds and above of next year, right? So they don't take the pedal off. They do something every day to keep their business moving forward, but they also enjoy their summer. I mean, you get out there and you shift up your style too, right? Like you want to do classes where people are able to attend and have fun. Hey, Mary. You know, you want to be able to entice people to come to your classes, bring blankets, go to the beach, bring your oils. You have a product that people are very drawn to. Make it fun. One of my diamond leaders, Lindsay, she posted an image last week, you know, inviting moms to bring their kids and come learn about oils, come hang out, have some wine. That's what moms are looking for. They want to get out of the house, get their kids together, maybe with other kids, and come learn. Gwen just mentioned she's doing an online class tonight. Awesome. Yeah, meet people where they're at. Facebook classes are totally taking off. I was just going to answer Tara's question real quick so I don't forget. I'm just remember what I said. So to be totally honest with you, I hope this lands with you guys, but I don't do a ton for my team. And here's why. I really want to empower them to step forward and be leaders and own their business. So I do travel out to teams maybe once a year to do events. So I was out in BC this year. A lot of my team is a little more local to me here. But to be honest, I always ask myself if in doing this, so if I'm going to create an incentive for my team or put money into my team for people to hit a rank or go out and lead an event as opposed to empowering that leader to do it, what am I truly creating? I'm always asking myself that. And so I want to, my goal is to create leaders that continue to create leaders. And I want to be more in the background of this. I love it now when I meet leaders on my team that don't even know who I am. So I do get concerned a little bit with the amount of money and incentives and programs and etc. a lot of high-level leaders in doTERRA are doing. Because I don't believe this business needs that. I feel the same about incentives for people to enroll. I mean, I just don't feel like we need to be doing all of that, and it's hard to duplicate. And so all of that to say, I think that the true leaders will always step up. And sometimes we find ourselves wanting to put money and our time and all, yeah, it feels like a bribe. This is an amazing business, amazing. And honestly, I just always say this to people, if it's not you, it's gonna be the next person. So do you want it? Do you wanna do this or no? Because we're growing so fast. And I mean, there are so many people joining our business now. And we aren't even, we're just getting warmed up, right? So I would encourage you to, when you're asked to do those things, I would respond with, my goal is to truly empower you to rise up as your own leader. How can I help you do that, in your own way, and not be so quick to rush. I have the same feeling about, responding to people right away or texting people back right away. Yeah, Mary said we need to give people time and space to bloom. Absolutely. And I want to teach people to not need me. And I really think that that's true empowerment in every way, whether it be as a product user or as a builder in our incredible business. I want to teach them to not need me because that's what feels good, right? And what I do notice as a pattern is almost every diamond and above does not have a super active upline. Jenna hit diamond with 3 kids, 6 and under. Exactly. There are so many stories of people. I mean, I think that's the reality. I mean, the other truth is that if you look at the metrics in doTERRA, for example, what is it, 7% or 8% of people hit diamond in doTERRA, which means, the 92% out there will never be diamond leaders because of the decisions they make. Everyone makes decisions that are either moving them in that direction or not. Yeah, Steph, leadership is that magazine is phenomenal for just hearing from so many different people, right? Because it's so easy to sometimes look at your upline and think that you have to do it exactly the way they did, right? How many of you thought that? And this is why you see like the diamonds and above, often they don't have a very active upline. So they had to just figure it out. It's like Marie Forleo says, everything is figure-outable. Totally, we have to take ownership of our business and pretend our upline's not even there. Those are the people I know are totally going to diamond on my team, are the ones who are not reaching out for everything all the time. They just make it happen because they take full ownership of their business. I think it's a bonus if people can have an upline come and travel to an event or do a mentor call with you. That is bonus. That's not expected, right? And many of us don't have that. So, cool. Okay. Great questions, you guys. Last one about stress while raising kids and managing a business. We've talked about this a few times on these calls, but honestly, it's hard. It's not easy having little kids and trying to run a business. So I would say do what you can, but when you do sit down to do your business, and look at ways that you can eliminate things that are actually keeping you at a low vibe, like browsing Facebook, or watching TV, or reading the newspaper, or going for coffee with people that drain you. Cut those things out. Prune that so that you can actually focus on your business and moving to that next state, right? That's what's, that's the way you need to think. You're always looking at your time. Your time is more valuable than your money. So, you need to really look, or Pokemon. You need to really look at where you're spending your time and manage your time so well. I think this challenge for moms is like you get unexpected pockets of time. I've mentioned this before, but one of the things I did was I packed up my kids when they were little and under the school age, and I took them to the gym. I put them in the daycare where I knew I had 2 hours to myself. It was beautiful, and I brought my laptop. I would do a 30-minute workout, and then I would go for an hour and a half in the change room, and I would build my business. Truth. I was doing that actually because I launched my doTERRA business 2 years ago in the summer. So my kids were home, and that's what I did. Okay, shoot, you guys, I'm running out of time. I have actually about 5 minutes. So, favorite sunscreen for your kids? I don't actually use sunscreen. If we're gonna be going out for like an all day in the sun, kind of thing, then I have Badger brand, which was a sunscreen that was rated really low. How long did it take me to hit silver? 2 months. I taught 3 classes a week. So sunscreen though, I want to let you guys know that you can use some oils for that. So a nice sunscreen, if you're only going to be out for like 2 hours, which is really kind of what's recommended. You want to be out in the sun without a block for like 20 minutes a day to get some good vitamin D. But if you know you're going to be, you know, out for 2 hours or so, what I do is I make a simple fractionated coconut oil in a bottle, a glass bottle, and I add equal drops of sandalwood, helichrysum, and peppermint and lavender. So I think in this, what is it that I have, like a 30 ml bottle, I did about 10 drops of each. So all those oils play a little bit of a different role, but sandalwood's a great oil for protecting the skin. And the coconut oil carries a bit of a natural SPF as well. So don't be afraid of getting a little bit of sun on your kid's skin. Sun blocks, the jury is out on, right? So you actually, I would refer you to the EWG's website, Skin Deep website. Your skin is so clear, what's your secret? Okay, so you see me drinking my water. So I drink 4 liters of water every day. I would say that's the biggest factor. And I add either grapefruit, lemon, or sometimes I'll use the metabolic blend, which I have in here right now. But 2 drops of each, or 2 drops per oil. So 4 liters of water a day. And then I use Virage. I use it only at night. And then I do oil cleansing in the morning. I just grab my fractionated coconut oil, and sometimes I'll add 1 drop of frankincense to it, and I'll work it into my skin. So you can look up oil cleansing for that. And then I take Lifelong Vitality, and I would say that that really helps to grow my hair and my nails and give me very healthy skin. The omegas in that are really important. Good digestion is important as well. So you'd want to make sure that you take a probiotic. So doTERRA has PB Assist, right? And then Terrazyme if you have problems digesting your food. Thank you. Yeah, I did a skin scope, all about skin. You can check out in my broadcasts. Yeah, some people do have sensitivities to Virage. The serum, right? The serum especially is pretty intense. Now I can handle it, no problem. Hi, Sue. But you want to kind of build yourself into it because it is really intense. So the serum has Immortelle in it, which are really intense skin cell turnover oils, right? So you want to, what I recommend usually with the Virage serum, so Virage is a 4-step, you get 4 different products in that skincare kit. I think it's like around $80 or 80 or 90, and it lasts me 2 months. So someone suggests make your own serum if you want, frank, lavender, and geranium. Yeah, you can make your own simple serum. You could even take Immortelle, put 1 little pump in your hand, add a little more coconut oil to it, and then work that in, or use it every other day until your skin has gotten used to it. It's completely natural, but it's pretty intense. I mean, you really see the power of oils when you use something like that, right? Yeah, and then I do a mask once a week. I have shared that recipe before. It's actually on doTERRA's blog. If you go to doTERRA's blog, you can see the clay mask. I do that once a week. Am I concerned about soy in the Virage lotion? There's soy in the Virage lotion. I'm trying to think of, I don't have it in front of me. I'll look it up. The Virage skincare rates an overall of a 2 on the EWG Skin Deep database. So one of the girls on my team, Ashley, she ran every ingredient through the database, and so it is actually one of the lowest toxicity ratings of all skincares out there. But soy in a product, if doTERRA ever uses soy, you'll notice like in the capsules and stuff, it's non-GMO. That would be my only concern with a soy product. Okay, what else? One more question. Oh, cool. I got to them all except for sharing my backyard gym. Well, okay. I don't even know if it's a good idea to go out there right now. It's like beating hot. But I have a water rower out there, and I have kettlebells, and I have a TRX. And I basically do circuits where I'm like running. I'll like go for a run almost like 5 times a week. I'll run for about a half an hour, and then You guys want to see it? Hold on. Woo! What happens if I do that? Okay, hold on. We'll end this call in a few minutes, you guys. Here, I can go outside. 1 second. Dun, dun. Here's my deck. I know it's kind of hard to see right now. This is our backyard. We just got it done. So I've got a couple kettlebells there, a couple weight plates. Everything's a mess right now. We just got patio furniture delivered. Yeah, there's my office, right? You guys saw my Instagram yesterday. I was doing mentor calls from out here. There's the doTERRA yoga mat. So there's our water rower. We have a little rebounder out here. So what I often do is I will bring my kids out here. Got the pool set up for them. They'll bounce around a little bit. I'll row and listen to a podcast. I've got a little area set up over here for them to just like play. I've got a hammock. So this is all like gonna get changed up pretty soon. But summer for how it helps us just kind of reset, you know. So now I'm committed to doing some kind of daily movement every day. And often it's about 30 to 40 minutes, and I'll just let my body tell me what I need. I love to run. I really like to have some white space time, you know, so whether that's rowing or running or whatever, where I can listen to a podcast and not have to think. The rower, the brand, the company's actually called Water Rower. Did you guys ever watch House of Cards? You would have seen it on there, I think. Yeah, so I mentioned this on a past scope, but I'm relaunching this program that I had a couple of years ago called Eat Clean, Get Lean. And I'm relaunching it. It's going to be called Whole Fit 30. And it's going to be a program with accountability and workouts and nutrition and oils and supplements. And the best part is just going through it with a group, right? So we're going to have, I'll be throwing tons of product at you guys and getting you into action and momentum. You ready to sign up? I know, to be honest, I'm taking most of July and August off. So I've got quite a bit coming up in the fall that I'm working on as I have time. Well, hello, Ange. Hi, Sherry. All right, cool, you guys. Well, come back and check the recording when you get a moment, if you didn't hop on right away. But I believe I'll be on next week with you guys. You can bring any questions you have, and I'll do a topic on how to keep yourself in a high state. And you're on vacation? Oh yeah, I saw that. And are you doing Diamond Club? Who's doing Diamond Club? I love it. My assistant Jill just texted me. She's like, you need to go, you'll be late. Oh, I love you. Jill, are you on here? Hi, Sue. How many of you, tap the screen if you're in doTERRA and you're doing Diamond Club? Tara, you're in Prez Club. What are your thoughts? Have you been loving that? Are you getting out there, like getting to a lot of areas, and would you do it again? Where's the clubbers? Tap the screen. Who's all doing it? I think we have about 12 people. You did it last fall too. You're done now. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely takes a lot out of you, right? But it is worth it. It creates lots of momentum. Yeah. So Tara, did you do Diamond Club as well? Katie's doing it. Yeah. What's your one piece of advice, Tara, before we hop off? What one thing would you say to people who are planning to do Diamond Club to help them just keep some kind of their mind together? Prep. Yeah. I'm doing a Zoom call with those on my team tomorrow to talk just about that. Absolutely. Plan to succeed. Let go of non-essentials. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Use car time traveling to fill your brain with lots of great stuff. Hire a maid. Totally. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta ask for a lot of help. For sure. Cool. Nice to have you on, Tara. All right. Well, I will see you guys next week. Peace out. See ya.